Today, we're going to delve into some, well, really unsettling stories. Incidents where everyday tech, stuff in your pocket, might capture something truly inexplicable.
Yeah, and where online communities sometimes hide some really shocking truths. Mysteries that just sort of hang there for years after someone posts something.
Exactly. We've gathered these from Reddit, curated by the YouTube channel Lazy Masquerade. And these aren't just campfire stories.
No, they feel more like raw glimpses into the eerie, the mysterious, sometimes really disturbing parts of, human experience, often stuff brought out by our digital lives.
So our goal here is to explore these accounts, look at the details from the original posters, see if there was any follow-up analysis.
And really think about the questions they leave us with. It's not just what happened, but maybe what these things tell us about, hidden fears or these dark realities that pop up unexpectedly.
Okay, let's get into it now.
What's fascinating right away is how, like you said, really mundane tools can suddenly open this window onto something unknown.
Absolutely. And this first one is a perfect example. It takes us right into someone's bedroom. An app designed to monitor sleep recorded something that, let's make you want to keep the lights on.
Right, the Sleeper's Android app. It's supposed to just record noises at night, snoring, maybe you cough, the usual things to help figure out your sleep patterns.
And for this Reddit user, Red One's Blue 80, that's pretty much what it did. For a couple of months. Anyway, just normal sounds.
But then December 20th, 2013, 2:04 a.m. specifically, something else got recorded, something really unsettling.
She was asleep. Her 3-year-old kid was there too.
Yeah.
And the app picks up this audio clip.
It starts with her voice, actually, saying, "Clear as day, what are you doing?"
Okay.
And then right after, there's this other voice, distinctly different, much, much lower.
And she confirmed right. No one else was supposed to be there?
Nope. Absolutely certain nobody else was in the house. Which, understandably, freaked her out completely. Her first thought was maybe she was just mumbling, sleep talking.
Makes sense you try to rationalize it.
Of course.
Yeah.
But she sent it off for professional audio analysis, and that's where it gets even stranger.
What did they find?
Well, they confirmed her voice, around 265 hertz, a C4 note musically, pretty standard female range.
Oh.
But the other voice, it clocked in around 95 hertz. That's an F2, which is, that's a low voice even for a man.
Wow.
And the analyst's conclusion was stark. They said, quote, "It definitely isn't you talking to yourself, nor is it your son."
So, not sleep talking.
Yeah.
What were the theories then?
Basically, two main camps emerged. First, maybe a home invasion.
Right.
There were some weird clicking sounds on the tape too, apparently. Someone suggested it sounded like, rummaging. And the fact that the voice stopped immediately after she spoke.
Suggests maybe an intruder got startled.
Exactly. That's one possibility. The other one, it leans more towards the paranormal. Something unexplained.
Either way, pretty terrifying. What did she end up doing?
Didn't stick around to find out. She moved out, immediately.
Can't blame her. It really shows how this tech we use for, self-improvement can just accidentally capture something utterly chilling. Makes you wonder what else is going to bump in the night, unheard.
Definitely. And from sounds in the home, let's pivot to something about digital trails and relationships, how they can turn dangerous.
Okay, this next one involves a Reddit user named Partham. He started a thread. The title was something like, "I think someone is following me."
Yeah, and the reason was he found a GPS tracker stuck under his car. Big magnet holding it on. He'd noticed a weird noise, checked it out, and bam, there it was.
And the internet being the internet, people immediately jump to conclusions, right?
Oh yeah, conspiracy theories flew. FBI, government surveillance, you know the drill.
But Reddit kind of crowdsourced the answer pretty fast.
They did. People identified it quickly. Not government issue at all. It was a civilian model, commercially available, highly accurate apparently, but something you or I could technically buy. Cost between $400 and $800.
Okay, so not the feds. Which points the finger where?
Well, the most likely suspect, based on everything else he shared, seemed to be his own girlfriend. She was apparently quite distrustful.
Oh, there was backstory there, wasn't there?
Yes. Turns out, Parham had recently lied to her. He told her he wasn't going to a friend's birthday party at a casino because, the girlfriend really didn't like this particular friend. Hated her, actually.
Okay, so he lied.
He lied, said he wouldn't go, but then he did go. And while he was there, his girlfriend blew up his phone, called him 45 times or more.
Whoa.
And when they finally spoke, she somehow knew more about where he'd been, what he was doing than she should have. But she wouldn't say how she knew.
Putting the pieces together. The tracker explains that.
Exactly. So Parham puts this all together, tells the Reddit thread he's found the tracker, and then he texts his girlfriend. Something like, "Guess what I found under my car?"
And her reaction.
Radio silence. She just stopped answering her phone completely.
Okay, that's suspicious.
Very. So Parham then posts again, says his girlfriend is at home, he's heading there now to confront her face to face, and he promises he'll update the thread afterwards.
And
nothing. That was it. He never came back to the thread, never made another post on Reddit at all. Just vanished, digitally speaking.
Wait, really? No update ever?
None. Nobody knows what happened after he went home to confront her.
Wow. So what do people think happened?
Well, speculation is all over the place. Maybe he confronted her, things got resolved or messy, and he just decided to keep it private. Delete his account.
Or maybe the whole thing was a story? A prank?
That's another theory. A sort of digital campfire tale. Or the darker possibility that something really bad happened. That maybe the girlfriend was even more unstable than anyone realized.
It's chilling. That abrupt end. It really highlights, the dark side of obsession and how a digital footprint can just stop, leaving this huge, unnerving question mark.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a deeply unsettling loose end. Now, shifting gears again from that kind of real-world obsession to something maybe stranger, more enigmatic, let's talk about the Jimmy C encounter.
Yes. This one definitely sticks with you. It came up in a thread about unexplainable experiences. A user recounting something from about 10 years prior. Happened in a bar, Tybee Beach, near Savannah, Georgia.
Right. So the user is there with his girlfriend. Bar's not crowded, plenty of seats, and this guy walks in and sits right between them.
Which is already a bit odd.
A bit odd, yeah. And the description of the guy is so vivid. Bleached blonde, kind of early 90s hairstyle, filed teeth, piercing gray eyes, dressed expensively, looked normal, but also, as the user put it, completely off at the same time.
Filed teeth. Okay, that's memorable.
Definitely. So the girlfriend leaves for a moment, and the user and this guy are alone. And the guy introduces himself, Jimmy C.
And then it gets really weird.
It gets really weird. Jimmy C tells the user he jumped off the San Francisco Bay Bridge years ago.
Okay, wait, what?
Yeah. Jumped off the bridge, died, and that he's been, quote, keeping a watch on the user.
Keeping a watch. How? And why?
No explanation given, but he knew things. Unsettlingly specific things. Like, he told the user, "You were supposed to go fishing today. If you had, I would have drowned you in that ocean."
Okay, that's terrifying. How did the user react?
Strangely, both he and his girlfriend, when she came back, felt this weird sense of calm. Not fear, but calmness. A knowing feeling, he called it. The girlfriend apparently said later, quite firmly, that man was a demon.
A demon? Wow, and Jimmy C didn't stick around.
No. He left, but not before giving this really ominous parting message. He said he'd see the user again, and the next time they met, Jimmy C would be driving a black Mercedes, and the license plate would read Utopia.
Utopia, okay. That's specific.
And creature.
Super specific. And this encounter, understandably, messed with the user for a solid decade. Made him paranoid about every black car he saw. Always checking license plates.
I bet. But the story took another twist recently, right? It did. The original post detailing this encounter got taken down, and the user who posted it, gone silent again, hasn't been heard from since.
Okay.
But then, just a few months ago, a new post popped up on Reddit. Title was something like, "Remember the creepy story about Jimmy C and the black Mercedes update?"
An update from who?
A different Reddit user, someone who'd read the original story and decided to do some digging, some online detective work.
And they found
They found something potentially chilling. They actually located records of a real black Mercedes in California with a personalized license plate. Utopia!
No way. Seriously.
Seriously. And the car's history was weird too. It seemed like it was bought, registered, and then just sat for a while. Not driven much, not serviced. Like, it was parked, waiting.
Waiting for what?
Well, that's the creepy part. Very recently, this detective user got a Carfax notification, vehicle history reports. The notification was about that specific Mercedes. New tires. Newly registered again. And the location. Near the San Francisco Bay Bridge. Only about a 20-minute drive away, according to the post.
Near the bridge where Jimmy C claimed he jumped.
The very same. The implication is just hanging there.
That Jimmy C cell back on the road in the Utopia Mercedes.
That seems to be the chilling suggestion. It forces you to grapple with ideas of, premonition, fate, the power of a story, or maybe something truly inexplicable unfolding.
That is deeply unsettling. Wow. Okay. From the potentially supernatural to something horribly real. The next account comes from a very different kind of Reddit thread.
Yeah, this one was a space for users who had killed someone in self-defense to share their stories and talk about the psychological aftermath, which is often, as you can imagine, immense.
And one story in particular was just harrowing. It involved a Redditor who was just upstairs in his home office, had noise-canceling headphones on, playing video games.
Completely in his own world, oblivious. Downstairs, maybe 30 feet away, unimaginable horror was unfolding.
He didn't hear anything at first.
Not with the headphones on, but then during a quiet moment in the game, maybe loading screen or something, he thought he heard his wife cry out, faintly.
Oh, no.
So he takes off the headphones, and then he hears it clearly. His wife crying. His little daughter, only 20 months old, crying hysterically. And then a man's voice. An unknown man, thick Mexican accent, according to the user, yelling at his wife to shut the hell up.
Oh, my God. What did you do?
He said he went on autopilot, pure adrenaline. He had a .45 handgun in a lockbox in the office. He grabbed it, went downstairs as quietly as he could, terrified, obviously, about what he was about to walk into.
He didn't even know what was happening exactly.
No, just that it was bad. He said he doesn't really remember the physical movements, just the overwhelming instinct. He got to the bottom of the stairs, opened the door to the room where the sounds were coming from, and he saw a man raping his wife in the middle of the act. He later pieced together it had probably been going on for about 10 minutes before he even realized there was an intruder.
10 minutes. That's horrific.
Absolutely horrific. His description of what happened next is just blunt, stark. He said, I never said a word to the guy. His back was to me. He was holding his knife in his right hand, so that was the arm I grabbed with my left when I pulled him off.
Okay.
I shot him in the chest at nearly point-blank range.
Point blank.
Point blank. He fired 2 more times after that, though the police later determined the first shot was the fatal one.
Were there legal repercussions for him?
No. Given the circumstances caught in the act of a violent sexual assault armed with a knife, the police didn't pursue any charges against the homeowner. It was ruled justifiable self-defense.
But the trauma.
Exactly. He emphasized, and others in the thread echoed, just how profoundly traumatic the experience was. It's not like in the movies. It's something that stays with you forever. This story is such a brutal reminder of how fragile safety can be, how quickly things can shift from normal to desperate life or death struggle, and the immense psychological weight that carries.
Yeah. Truly heavy stuff. Okay, for our last story, moving back to the internet, but to a particularly dark corner.
A very dark corner. We're talking about a Reddit community known as Trussels, and it's been described as housing some of the absolute most deplorable people online.
What kind of community was it? What was the focus?
It wasn't really about one thing, more like a collection of extreme hateful ideologies. You had users who were openly pro-rape, pro-pedophilia, pro-violence, often mixed with racism, a lot of blaming others for their own problems and failures, just incredibly toxic.
Pro-rape, pro-pedophilia. Seriously.
Seriously, and disturbingly sincere about it, apparently. This wasn't just edgy trolling, according to those who observed it. These people seem to genuinely hold these beliefs.
Are there examples? Though I'm almost afraid to ask.
There was one particularly unsettling example cited, a time-lapse video showing a girl aging from being a baby up to age 16.
Okay.
And the users in the Trussels community were commenting on it, discussing at what specific age in the video they found the girl sexually attractive.
That's beyond disturbing. That's vile.
It really is. And again, the source emphasized these comments seemed completely sincere. Not jokes, not attempts to shock, just their genuine views.
Did Reddit do anything about this place?
Yes, eventually. Trussels was quarantined by the site earlier this year, according to the source material. Quarantining is a step Reddit takes for communities that are dedicated to really shocking or highly offensive content. It restricts access, makes them harder to find.
So it's contained somewhat.
Yeah.
But the fact that it existed.
It really makes you think about the challenges platforms face in moderation, doesn't it? And the sheer depth of human depravity that can fester online when unchecked. The source described it as just a sad place to be, a place that would kill off whatever's left of your faith in humanity.
A stark warning for sure about the darkness that can hide in plain sight online.
Absolutely. So we've covered quite a range today.
We really have. From that creepy voice on the sleep app, the vanishing Redditor with the GPS tracker, the whole Jimmy C prophecy.
The sheer horror of that self-defense incident, and then the depths of trussels, it's a lot.
It is. And these stories, disturbing as they are, they do offer this kind of unique view into these strange realities, the hidden stuff, just under the surface, both in everyday life and online.
Yeah, they definitely challenge your assumptions. They leave you questioning things, wondering about what might actually be out there in the shadows.
So as we're all navigating this super interconnected world, you have to wonder, where is that line between something just being weird or unexplained and something truly horrifyingly real?
And maybe, how prepared are we really to face things that are just completely beyond our usual understanding? It's a thought to sit with.
Definitely something to think about. Well, that's all the time we have for this deep dive.
Thank you for joining us.